Hey guys, what's going on? It's Talk Force TV. Back again with another live video. We are back live. I know it's been a while since after the live video, but we are live. Right now, I'm wanting to get your comments coming in. Tiago Silva, David Tavares, Joe Wowell, Albert Adoma. Obviously, no, I'm not doing one probably as reliable as probably all the rest of them, but it sounds like we're in a very busy day at Forest. I'm going to start with David Tavares. Benfica, the pace for the youth team and that. Actually, the B team, he has been linked with a loan move to Forest. It also been reported that he's apparently having a medical at the club. So it sounds like things might be happening with him. It's obviously news spoke about it today. Obviously, we are looking at something in that midfield, especially with Samiga going back, Bostock going back. Watson looked like he's leaving, so sounds like a lot is happening in terms of Forest, in terms of getting him in. Not really know that much about him, but he asked him through that famous Benfica youth team, which he has. So, what could have been probably quite talented, and that obviously he's highly rated at Benfica as well. So it does feel like that. It could be something to Forest. Obviously, we hope that it's not another Semedo deal. But it does feel like that. Something is happening with it. Blaze said, "Hi, good evening, hope you well." Joe Wowell, a lot being said about him again today. Burnley are looking at a £4 million deal plus Ben Gibson in a deal which could take Joe Wowell to Burnley. Obviously, Burnley haven't got that much money, and they seem to be offering. Receivers seem to be being linked with Burnley for him. I think going to be one of them weeks for it. Going to be 1 week Joe Wowell, 1 week Matty Cash. So I even think the Matty Cash deal will be surfaced today. So it does feel like that. Something is happening. Obviously linked with Jed Wallace. That one gone quiet. Trying to find out what is happening with that, but nothing being said. But we have been in touch with him. Albert Adoma, obviously, I do feel like this one is a bit of a one that I don't believe it has been reported that Wickham has put in a bid for him, and apparently Forest are letting him talk to another club. So, where do I actually on that one is? I don't really believe it, but it's one of them ones. It might even happen. So obviously, Albert Ademi look like he's going to be out of Tabby's plans for this season. If we are looking for another window too, even in Jed Wallace. So it does sound like that something is happening. There was a link about Jacob Murphy saying that he was set to sign. That one seemed to have gone quiet since that one was reported by a fake account on Twitter. Tiago Silva, I've not forgotten about him. Reports suggested that Tiago Silva is a one-to-man by Olympiacos. Hellas Sport, who are based in Greece, they are reporting that Olympiacos are looking at him. Obviously, they are just cherry picking this now in terms of which players they want. Nothing been confirmed that they are interested or they aren't interested. Get your comments coming as per usual. It's been said, a lot of things been said today, but it sounds like that Forest are making news on David Tavares. Obviously, Tiago Silva, we're not sure what is happening, but Greece think that there are actually thingy in for him. Steven Super Chat is on as well if you want to use Super Chat. But it does feel like that. There are movements in terms of transfers and incomings, outgoings. So it sounds like that's been a busy week. Obviously, Forest are back in pre-season training and that. They've been back since Monday. Obviously, they are going to Scotland for the pre-season training as well. So, but no games have been confirmed for Forest on who they are playing. And that obviously the under-23s played yesterday, but they didn't really have the strongest 23 squad out because a lot of them could be with the first team. A lot of them could be injured. So, sound like 23s did play a very youthful side. Blaze Bay, Sheffield United offer a cash on player swap who would be the other one to Luke Freeman. I know a lot of fans been wanting Callum Robinson. A lot of fans quite excited about him. I know a lot of fans been wanting him. Probably you do look at Luke Freeman, but other players that really no one really excites me. I think I would have gone for like Callum Robinson or Billy Shop. Billy Shop knows the league and all that, and knows where the back of net is. I would have gone for him, but he went too much, and he's one of Sheffield United's main players. But that's how it is. So I've got 5 people live watching. So thumbs up to everyone. Drop your comments as per usual. Tom on 40 loving the streams, mate. Cheers. It's much appreciated that you're enjoying them and that you guys are interacting. So, but it does feel like that at the minute that a lot is going off in terms of transfers, and it does feel like that Forest are looking at getting players, and obviously they've got to get players at the club. I was reading a tweet earlier saying about Sutcliffe. He is in this last year of his contract. He is on big wages. Could Forest get rid of him? Depending who wants to pay a player who's sitting around doing that who is on £30 a week. So it's that sort of deal where I feel like would the club be happy to stay at Forest for another year earning £30 a week and actually happy to actually do nothing. So it's up to Sutcliffe what it does actually do. So, but hopefully Forest can actually get rid of him and actually use that money that they do have to actually bring in someone else. So, but it is Forest we are talking about. So, imagine that the recruitment team are working hard in trying to get rid of players that they don't want, but obviously they are working hard on getting the players that Xavi does want. Obviously, we have seen that Xavi have brought in his own men, starting to bring his own men in now. Obviously, seeing the changes to his backroom staff. So I imagine that Xavi knows what went off back in the last season, knows where Forest need to strengthen. Obviously, he knows that January was just a disaster in terms of transfers and who we brought in. And I feel like that Xavi is actually starting to really cement what he wants now. And I think it is a big transfer window for him anyway. He knows if Forest had a bad start, he'd be at the door. So I do feel like that. He knows that signings and everything that would be pretty cool now, and he knows that Forest got to actually get it out for a chance instead of having one good transfer window and having a poor one. That's what happened with season before that, because with Martin O'Neill, fair enough to freshen up that defence, but now it's like Forest who got a couple of players that probably don't fit into Xavi's formation where it did in Martin O'Neill's. Please be what are your thoughts on what Sheffield United are offering for cash? Fair enough that they're offering Luke Freeman. Yeah, Forest are interested in him. So I do feel like I totally agree with that one with Mike Cash and that. Where I feel about them offering something low and actually wanting to offer 2 players. I probably would take one. If they're not going to offer something like Callum Robinson and Luke Freeman, I'd probably take the one player and more cash, if I'm being honest for Mike Cash. But that I do feel like about that transfer bid, because I feel like that Sheffield United are trying to get him on cheap, and I feel like Forest are paying hardball, which is quite nice because we're not letting clubs like Sheffield United get away with daft fees and probably players that they are think, oh, he won't get in this one anymore, but he's good enough just to play part of a deal that seen probably the best way right back in the division. So that's what I do think to that. But it is one of them ones where that Forest need to really, really up the game on it. So you are watching Talk Forest TV. I do welcome them to them ones that just join in. But I do feel like that Forest, if they do the right business, I do feel like it could be a good season. So get your comments coming in as well as per usual. Obviously the super chats on as well. I do feel like that Forest are hopefully they are going to do the right sort of business this time around. I do think going on all the transfer business that is going around at the minute, especially with the Joe Wall deal. Yeah, fair enough. Burnley are offering Ben Gibson, which 3 years ago, yeah, fair enough. Probably one of the best defenders around, especially in the Championship. Obviously, he went to Burnley, never really got going. Obviously, Middlesbrough don't seem to want him back. And now Burnley are doing what Sheffield United are doing with Warren, just offering any player just to get the race wheel to win in a rising star and probably a big name in Championship because Joe Wall proved himself in the Championship last season. And obviously, he gone from probably fifth choice for Arthur Tranto, I didn't want him here, to probably first name on the team sheet. And Mike Cash went gone from probably first name on team sheet for a midfield spot to a first name in backline. So I do feel like that them sort of players that are Finian, they are showing what they are. So and obviously hopefully that so I do feel like that Forest are doing the business as per usual. Get your comments coming in. But it's that sort of window now where clubs, yeah, fair enough, clubs don't have a lot of money, especially with COVID-19, and that's done have effect on bids. But Forest just got stand firm in terms of how to do the business and not let other clubs bully them into daft money and finish, because I do feel like that. Because I just think that they'll struggle. So, Blaze Bay, honestly, I would take from the Castle Robinson. I thought you were class at West Brom and you're playing to win, and that's what we need to improve on to give Amro with Lolly some competition. I do agree with that. I did say that last week in the video that, yeah, if we're going to stick with 4-3-3, Amiobi and Lolly do need some competition at, in the wins. I do feel like that. Yeah, fair enough. We got the Costa, we did have Dibaki, we did have Martin, but then obviously Martin just got break into the first team that back end. Dibaki, obviously Dibaki. He got a touch like beating he got a touch like horse, so I do feel like that it didn't actually click on for him, and we do need winning some really quality just to push players like Amubi and Lolly to the point of, yeah, if not don't play well, we got Callum Robinson on bench, we're just sticking with Andy Ben bench. So it does feel like that. Hopefully Forest can actually build from that and actually understand that we need to improve on the squad and actually do a lot more better before or it just going to cost us. I totally agree with that, Blaze Bay. I do, but I do feel like that Forest need to improve before they actually finish, because the championship going to be a lot more better. So, but David Tavares, could he improve the squad? Could he push Forest to that next stage? Who knows? But he's a youngster, and yeah, fair enough, we are bringing youngsters with talent, but can they cut it in the championship? Yeah, fair enough. Carvalho did in his first season. Silva did in parts last season, but fair enough. What's Abby doing is he is bringing in them experienced championship players where they know the lead, they know what the demands are, they know what they're going to get. So, hopefully that Sabri knows that now, because he has been in English football for a year now. He knows where he needs to develop and where he needs to improve. So, I do think like that. But hopefully Sabri don't actually, or the recruitment team, actually be the recruitment team that Sabri, because I do feel like if the recruitment team don't get it right, then it's just going to cost Sabri a lot, especially like it did back in the last season after the restart. So hopefully we do see a lot more better things. How much would you want for Silva if it did go? I know we got him quite on the cheap actually. I think we got him up for like 250k, 500. So I've definitely probably take around 3-4 million for him at most. I do feel like that it will give it more money to actually to strengthen. I think his reputation and his gameplay has improved, and that money will actually improve us a lot more. So, I do think that, and I think that it will take us to the next level. I'm not saying that Silver not funny, because we've seen games for Silver where first 45 minutes been brilliant, then second half gone from like a Premier League player to like conference player. So it does feel like that. Hopefully that Silver, how much quality it is show, it would get the money for it. So that I already feel like on how much Silver would cost and how much it would be. So I do feel like that. But get your comments coming in. How much would you get for Silver anyway? So me, I'll probably get, even if you get 2 million for him, it's a profit on him, and it could go in towards wages. So actually, if we do get a big offer for one of our players, that 2 million could be in for wages for another player. So that I do feel like on that one. So it's an interesting one, to say the least. So, but yeah, obviously we've still got a few people watching live, so it's the main thing. And that it is a good one. I'd like to say thank you for watching Talk Forest TV tonight. I'd like to say thank you and away.